What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back on the final day, last day of 23, with the player ratings. It's always good to end the year like this. Last season there was no football because of the World Cup, but there is football. There's no winter break now for us, which is probably a good thing considering how we are doing this season. But we won. We end the season with a win, and we are gonna do the last player ratings, and I think it's gonna be a good one because quite some interesting things from that Roma game to take away. Before we get into it, as always, last time in 23, like the video, do it now, subscribe to the channel, hit that bell notification, and let's jump straight into our last player ratings. Okay, so as always, backline. Um, Besides that, Cristante, was it Cristante? I think it was Cristante hitting the post in like minute 4. Um, we were okay. We were okay, and that Dybala shot with the outside of his boot, but that was a kind of a gift. Other than that, we kept it clean, like we usually do. We keep it clean, we keep it close. Lately, we have been conceding goals, stupid goals to concede, like very mental, like switching off kind of things. But we didn't do that. Allegri was praising it because he said we need to be scared to conceding goals again. After the game, he said we were scared. We were scared, and we excuse me, and we didn't concede a goal. We played very well. We did extremely well defensively. Everybody was good. It was well disciplined, and that's okay. So I gave Chesney a 6 because he had absolutely nothing to do. So 6 for me, kind of an easy rating. Gatti also a 6. He had a very solid game. He had a very clean game. Maybe in the first half there were some moments that he got cut off, but what I do like of him, if he sees, okay, I'm in danger now, or like it's an issue, I made a mistake, I stepped a bit too high, he makes a foul that he needs to make, and he makes it smarter than he did last season. Last season it was rash and it was yellow card. Now it's smooth. It's kind of like Chiellini does at time, and he gets away with it. So 6. Bremer 6.5. I thought he was very good again. I thought he was very, very good again. He's been playing at a very high level, and maybe if you look back at last season, who would have thought? I believed in him, but he took a big jump compared to last season. It's just pure quality, and he went down a little bit towards the end. So let's hope it's nothing too bad. But 6.5 for me because I thought he was brilliant again. He was. Danilo, 5.5. Ever since he came back from the injury, he's not been playing well. He gives the ball away way too easy. Like he almost gifted Dybala a goal there. And before that, he gave the ball away. In the second half, he did it twice or 3 times, at least twice, I can recall. And I don't know what it is, but he's not playing well. Like he really is not playing well. Is he gonna be dropped for Rugani? No, that's not gonna happen. Should he be dropped? Well, that's a debate we can have. But what I think about what I think from Danilo, but like just take my not like my view on Danilo away. Like we need to be honest, the last couple of games and ever since he came back from injury, basically, he's not been playing well, and we got away a couple of times. It could get worse. It could have be worse if we actually played maybe some better teams. I don't know if things didn't go our way, but he's not been playing well. So 5.5 for me. He did play better in the second half. I must say that. But even in the second half, like he wins the ball back from Danilo, and then from Dybala, and then he loses it back, and then he loses it straight away again because he was, I don't know where he was going with the ball. He loses it, and it puts us in danger again because he leaves the spot, and it's on our own half. Excuse me. So 5.5 for me. He's not been playing well. He needs to clean it up. Then our midfield. That's not okay. Weah. I'm extremely happy for Timothy Weah. 90 minutes on the basically the last day of the year. It feels like a new signing because we've not seen anything from Weah, like really. He went down early in the first half, and I thought, oh my god, not now, don't do this. you can see that he grew into the game. The second half was much, much, much better compared to the first half. The first half, he was a bit more timid. It was a bit more reserved. In the second half, he came into himself, tried to skip past players, linking up play. It was much, much better. And you can see that he just needs minutes. And then who knows where he will end up, what he will do for us. However, I think first half, second half, if you rewatch that, if you have time, you can see he just grew into the game, and that's normal. He hasn't played much football this season, so 6 for me. I thought he was good. McKennie, 6. He worked his butt off. Again, especially in the second half, he came a bit more to life. So I gave him a 6. Just a good classic McKennie game. However, and maybe I should have given him a 5.5 for that, but I don't want to be that guy. He should have buried that chance, and there would have been 2-0, game over, 100%. Like he should have, he should have put it away, and he knows that. He hasn't scored this season. He used to score for us a lot. Post game, Allegri said he had an opportunity. I didn't do anything with McKennie. I just told him to run from July and stop in May. Basically, that's what he's doing. He's running. He's working a lot, and he is being vital, with his limitations. However, I think he had a good game again. So 6. Locatelli, I thought he was very good, and I don't want to jinx it because this is my issue with Locatelli. I've gave him praise a lot of the times, but then 2 weeks after that, the following 2 games, I need to come on and say that wasn't really good again from Locatelli, but he was excellent. He was excellent, against Roma. He was, and again in the second half, he didn't shy away from tackles, getting in there, winning the ball back, distributing play. Like he was very, very good. And that's not even talking about, he didn't make those long range passes. And yeah, in that position, maybe he should, but I'm not even looking for that at this moment in time. I'm just asking for consistency like he played against Roma. Can we have that for the next 2-3 games, Build some consistency, because he can put in these type of performances, and then he can put in performances where you sit back and you're like, what was that? Like, that was kind of pointless that you were actually out there running on that pitch. But he was very good today. So 6.5. Rabiot, funny enough, I thought Locatelli was better. I gave Rabiot 6.5 because, well, he got the winning goal. And maybe I shouldn't be doing my ratings like that. But in the first half, Rabiot was anonymous. Like, he wasn't out there. He wasn't out there in the first half. And I texted somebody, or somebody texted me and said, we talked about jinxing. That's like Rabiot. Like, just look, he's gonna score now because he was rubbish in the first half, and he takes a goal, very good. And I shouldn't be giving the high ratings for the goal, but it's the end of the year, so 6.5. But he did play better in the second half. He really did. But in the first half, he was rubbish. We need to be honest with that. He was anonymous, but he popped up with the goal again, the winning goal, and yeah, man. So happy days for now, I guess. So 6.5 because it's the end of the year. Kostic, Kostic, it wasn't shocking, but again, you're not getting anything out of Kostic. Like he almost scored, it got clear of the line, but other than that, he's just not effective going forward, and it's an issue now. It really is an issue. Like discipline, yes, fine, I get it potentially. However, it's one dimensional. And if it doesn't come off, it's frustrating to watch, and it's kind of pointless moving forward. In the second half, technically, he was better, but there's no real danger coming from Kostic. And I think it's an issue. Allegri disagrees. He thinks that's vital for a team. I don't really feel it. I don't really see it as of now. But I don't think he had a good game again. Like disciplined, okay, but I cannot give handout performance because you're disciplined when you're not in possession. Like that's just the bare minimum, I guess. So 5.5 for me. I don't think he had a very good game, to be honest. So 5.5. And then the big thing, the strikers. For me, Vlahovic was man of the match. And you can come in the comments and you say, he didn't score. You cannot do that. He got a lot of stake, deservedly. He did. Like, he messed up a lot of things. I don't agree with putting all the blame on him because there are some issues with the way we play. However, today he was excellent. And he didn't score. I get that. He had that one big chance. It was magnificently blocked by Mancini. If that was Bremer, we would be praising Bremer. So we cannot say, you should be putting that away. That was just a good block, he was everything that people talked about. Oh, you cannot hold the ball on, and what all those things. He did that to perfection today. Llorente, he's gonna have nightmares because he like he couldn't stop Vlahovic, and for Vlahovic, it wasn't also easy because he was up there solo and he needed to link up play. He needed to hold up the ball, but he did that so well. And you can see he's been working hard on it. It didn't really like we had games where you're like, okay, that was good, But now we did that for 90 minutes or 90 minutes, 75 minutes, 76 minutes, um, and that was just. I thought it was great to see. I really do think that was just great to see. And yes, he didn't score. I get that, but the mindset, the hunger, let's go again, the like everything, the positive feeling. That's what you need from Vlahovic. The goals will come. He was unlucky today, but the goals will come. They will come, believe me. But he needs to stay focused, and he needs to stay positive. I had a show with Alberto, and he said he's too emotional, and that's the issue he has. I agree with that. He needs to get that under control because if he stays focused, he can be very important. Also, he kind of played solo today. It suits him better. It suits better if Yildiz plays off him, and doesn't play don't play close to each other. It works better. I think even today that worked a lot better. So 7 for me. I thought he was the man of the match. I really do. Like he was consistent from the first minute until the minute he got subbed. He was consistent, no dips. So he was my man of the match. 7. Yildiz 6.5, and I know it's like I don't know 100 minutes in total, like from starting position, but the kid can play. Like he can play. He plays without fear. Like he really plays like he steps on that pitch and he's like I belong here. The first 10, 50 minutes he was finding his place. But then when he got his place, you can see what he can do. It's the simple things. It's the control that sets him up to go immediately, like to slow down pace and then accelerate, and play that ball, beat his man, take on players. Like he's 18 and he's gonna have probably some bad games. Like it's normal. But that was again for me impressive. Just the technique is just very fun to watch, and he will only get better. And that's the debate now. What about Chiesa? And we'll talk about Chiesa, but it feels like it works. Playing Yildiz. Maybe Allegri needs to consider, making some tweaks to get all three of them on the pitch. Maybe not from minute one, mid-season. I don't think it's the smartest thing to do. But maybe throughout games, when you're up, test it out. Or when you're trying to win a game, test it out. It's a debate, we can have, and it's a dilemma. Allegri needs to answer, like he really does, because it's an interesting one, because he's playing well. So 6.5, I was impressed. Now, talking about Chiesa, he needed to respond, and he did respond. 24 minutes, he was excellent. So 6.5 for me. That's the Chiesa we're all been waiting for. The goal, I'm not sure why it really got disallowed. I thought the rules changed. A Roma player touched it, played it back. It's offside. But the hunger, the drive, the taking on players, that's the Chiesa we need. That's the Chiesa we've been missing. And he responded, didn't play or didn't start. Last week, he wasn't there. This week, Allegri told, I'm going to play Yildiz again. He came on and he responded with the how do you want to say that? With the mindset of, this is my place. This is my starting position. Yildiz, good, but it is mine. And this is what we need. Like, push. These guys need to push each other, because we're going to need that if you want to compete for the title. So 6.5 for me. I thought he was excellent when he came on. And that's the Chiesa we've been waiting for, I guess. Junior and Milik, 5.5, 40 minutes, but the last 40 minutes, yeah. We did what we had to do. Like, Junior showed some good things, showed some hasty things where he should have just kept his cool, but it's different to Kostic. Like, it's completely different. It's more attacking and all those things. So 5.5 for me. Milik, same, didn't have an impact. Rugani, 5 minutes, no rating. Overall, we did what we had to do. Good game. We move on. some excellent performances. We need to build on that now. We play Thursday Coppa Italia, probably with some changes. Sanitana, and then Sanitana away from home, who have been doing much better lately. It's not going to be easy, but we need to pick it up. Those are my player ratings. Last one of the year. Like the video. Let me know in the comments what you think, and I will see you guys in the new year. Ciao.